Okay, today we are talking about rotating build stands. So what is a rotating build stand? Well, here is one example of a rotating build stand that I designed and built. As the name implies, the stand allows you to rotate the component that you are trying to build or rebuild. You see the bolt holes on the top of the platform allow you to bolt the pump or whatever component you're trying to build securely to the stand. This increases employee safety and equipment safety. This rotating build stand, as you can see, is on casters, so you can roll it from one workstation to another depending on your workflow. It's made from common, readily available parts, all steel welded construction for the frame. The gearbox is commonly available. And it's mainly made out of rectangular tubing for the main frame. And the actual platform where you bolt the component to be rebuilt, we made it out of 1/2-inch thick steel because the pumps we were rebuilding were heavy and we wanted to be able to bolt 2 pumps side by side on this particular stand. We also utilize heavy-duty bearing blocks for this application. Here's an underside view of the build stand. You can better see the 4 swivel casters that allow you to roll this around the shop or the facility. And you can see you have a large area underneath the stand for storage or to rotate the pump or the component 360 degrees. Woo! Here's a build stand in progress, and you can see I used a engine build stand worm and gear drive here and simply modified it to mate up with my build stand. A lot of times I find it's more cost effective to design and build this equipment in-house as opposed to buying it on the open market. Here is the finished product ready for use. You can see I incorporated a safety pin, which helps reduce any backlash from the worm gear drive box, or if the gear drive box were to fail, the safety pin will hold that work platform in place. Now moving on to a singular rotating build stand. This one's just for one pump, so it's a smaller footprint, takes up less storage space. See the pellet bearing blocks there, the casters on the bottom, all rectangular steel construction for the frame. Better view of the casters there. And the same worm gear drive box. It's a 3,000 pound capacity. See the blue pellet bearing blocks on either side. And if we do an exploded view, you can kind of see how it all goes together.
Wow.
This too has the red safety pins. So in each position, you can insert that safety pin. Woo! Now, one improvement I made to this design, we upgraded the gearbox to a finer 80-to-1 ratio gearbox that reduced the backlash or the play or slop in the gears. So that helped out quite a bit. Smoother operation. And it came pre-filled with oil. You can see it mounted here as an aluminum housing. And I incorporated an 8-inch hand wheel to operate this build stand and to rotate the platform. You could also hook up an electric motor if you wanted to. Moving on to a wall-mounted rotating build stand, we actually referred to this as a rotisserie. So you don't get 360 degrees with this because it's mounted to the wall. You do get 180. You can see the underside view. And I tried researching different brakes, parking brakes, if you will, to hold it in each position. And again, same worm and wheel drive gearbox, a hand wheel. And we settled on this design with the heavy-duty plate and 2 bolts that hold it. So no matter what position you rotate this to, upside down, right side up, sideways, that mounting plate will always be secured by that plate on the left side and the 2 hex bolts that you install. And here's sort of an AutoCAD drawing I did of this. There's an aluminum mounting plate that you can slide in and out that can accommodate different size pumps, different hole configurations, mounting hole patterns. And again, made from common, readily available parts, all steel construction welded together. It's through bolted to a concrete wall. And on the outside of the wall, there's metal flat bar and lock nuts that we used to secure it to the wall. And again, safety was paramount for these rotating build stands. We wanted to reduce or eliminate any vibration as well when they're running the pumps and test. And finally here you can see where we added an additional support leg. So not only is it bolted to the concrete wall, but you also have this support leg to maximize safety, reduce the chance of any failure, and reduce any minor vibration when they're testing these pumps on these build stands. This red handle you see is where you open this little door and slide out the aluminum plate, slide in a different aluminum plate depending on what type of pump you're working on. Great time saver. If you got any value out of this video, please consider subscribing, hit the like button. Helps the channel move up in the YouTube algorithm so we can help more people with their facilities maintenance and repair tasks and industrial design work. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.